I used to think that healing was going to turn me into this soft, peaceful, always understanding version of myself. Like I just float around being patient and gentle and never bothered by anything. Yeah, that's not what fucking happened. Healing made me honest as fuck. And that's where the blunt part comes in. Because once you've actually sat with your trauma, your patterns, your bullshit, your heartbreak, your shadow, you stop having the energy to dress things up pretty for other people. And I don't sugarcoat shit anymore just so someone else can feel comfortable. I'm not over explaining myself to make things, make people understand me who were never even listening in the first place. And I damn sure am not shrinking myself so I don't come off too much. Too much for who? Because I promise you, I'm not too much. You're just not used to someone being this fucking clear. Healing stripped a lot away from me. But what it gave me in return was this razor sharp clarity. And yeah, sometimes that looks like me saying no with no explanation. Sometimes it looks like me walking away mid energy, mid conversation, mid anything if it fills off. Sometimes it looks like silence when I used to overtalk into being understood. And I don't feel bad about that anymore. Not even a little, because I learned something the hard way. If I have to abandon myself to keep the peace, that peace is fake as hell. People call it blunt, they'll call it cold, they'll call it distant, but I call it healed because I'm not confused anymore. I'm not begging for clarity from people who benefit from my confusion. I'm not bending myself into shapes just to say accept it. Nah, I see it, I name it, I move accordingly. That's it. And honestly, that level of honesty is fucking freeing because I don't leave conversations wondering what I should have said. I said it. Clean, direct, done. No fake softness, no performance, no apologizing for having a spine. Healing didn't make me nicer, it made me real. And real is a lot louder, sharper, and more direct than people are used to. But that's not my problem anymore. And here's something I didn't fully realize until I stepped back and looked at my own life. I've worked in automotive for 18 years. That world, it's not exactly soft energy. It's fast, it's loud, it's blunt. And I have a old boss and coworkers that would tell me all the time that I could be too much. And you know what? It never bothered me. Not even a little, because I wasn't confused about what they actually meant. They didn't mean I was doing something wrong. They meant I was direct. I was confident. I didn't shrink and I didn't play small. I didn't sugarcoat my answers or dim myself to make anyone else more comfortable in the room. And I think healing just made me lean even harder into that. It didn't create that in me, it revealed it. So when someone says too much, I don't hear an insult. I hear a mismatch because I'm not for everyone and I'm not trying to be. I don't need to soften myself so I fit into spaces that were never built for my level of honesty. And honestly, that's the most peaceful part of all of this. Not being easier to handle, just being fully myself and letting that be enough.